Hey guys, how's it going? BCHD here and welcome to episode number 5 of season number 2 of the Chelsea FIFA 19 career mode series on the channel. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support on the Chelsea career mode series, guys. It's the most supported videos on the channel, and if you do go on to enjoy this episode, make sure to slap the like button, subscribe for some more FIFA 19 content coming at you weekly and over the course of the new year as well. And we're going to start off today's episode with the Carabao Cup final against Wolverhampton Wanderers at Wembley Stadium. We're going to go into a big match. It's our first chance to get some silverware this season, some proper silverware, not like pre-season silverware or anything. So yeah, this is a big game, and it could have been against a really hard team as well, but luckily we got really lucky in the draw and ended up getting Wolverhampton in the final. So it could be a bit easier for us, but they are doing really well in the Premier League, so it can be a bit of a challenge. They could be a bit tricky for us, but we're going to find out what happens in the Carabao Cup final. As you can see there, Wolverhampton's lineup looking pretty decent there as well. As we get things underway here, Fekir was nearly through on goal there, one-on-one with the keeper, but couldn't control it properly. As we continue on in this first half at Wembley, Icardi gives a lovely through ball into Christian Pulisic. He's down the right-hand side. He's going to go across the keeper, and it's a lovely finish from the American. We get it underway here at Wembley, 1-0 to Chelsea. And Christian Pulisic has gotten the first goal in the Carabao Cup final for us. And it's a big one here at Wembley Stadium. He's broken the deadlock after 30 minutes. And yeah, a great start for us, and hopefully making our way towards our first trophy of the season. Rui Patricio couldn't keep that one out, and it was a lovely outside the boot finish. Maurizio Sarri looking very pleased with the American there, and we continue on. Wolves trying to get back into the game in the 40th minute. Jota on the edge of the box gives it off to Phillips, and that was a very dangerous shot, deflected for a corner. Wolves get another chance there, and Phillips' header just goes wide, luckily for us, as Jota causing us a bit of problems here. Diawara gives it off to Adama Traore. Wolves are lurking outside the box here. We can't get it off them as they continue on with possession. Donnarumma makes a lovely save against Adama Traore there to keep it at 1-0 and to make sure Wolves didn't get the equaliser in the second half. But we continue on, and Rui Patricio made a lovely save there against a great long shot we had. But we do a few substitutions here. Jorginho, Callum Hudson-Odoi and Mason Mount, the fan favourite you guys seem to love, is coming on the pitch for this Carabao Cup final in the 60th minute. As we continue on with the game, Wolves on the attack here. Saïs gets a little header onto it. Donnarumma comes out. He couldn't get to it, and luckily he cut off the angle. Otherwise, that could have been an equaliser for Wolverhampton. As we continue on, we're on the left-hand side here. Callum Hudson-Odoi fresh off the bench. Unfortunately, couldn't get a clean shot away. And we continue on trying to get the second, trying to wrap this game up. Eden Hazard puts a beautiful ball through to Callum Hudson-Odoi. He cuts inside. He sees someone in the middle, and it's our poacher, our goal scorer, Mauro Icardi, the Argentinian, gets the second goal of the final, and he's there in the box, our fox in the box. He's there at the right time, and Callum Hudson-Odoi got tripped up in the build-up there, but managed to get the pass away and found an unmarked Mauro Icardi there to finish it. The clinical finisher we have up front. It makes it 2-0, and surely that is us winning the Carabao Cup. It's his first goal in the Carabao Cup, so very important goal, a very crucial goal for us in this competition, and he has gone on and scored it. But Donnarumma makes a nice save there. Otherwise, Wolves would have got a consolation goal, but it wouldn't matter in the end, as we go on to win our first silverware of the season, the Carabao Cup. I mean, it's not really that much of a big competition, but still, it is a competition we wanted to win because we didn't really do well in it last season. So we did go on and do pretty well. We ended up winning the final against Wolves here at Wembley, a comfortable 2-0 victory. Nothing that crazy, nothing that exciting, but it's a 2-0 victory here. The boys get a good day out at Wembley. The fans got a good day out at Wembley as well, and we get another piece of silverware under our belt as Chelsea manager. It's going to be the captain Eden Hazard to lift the trophy there. The ribbons are blue and white for Chelsea, and as you can see here, the trophy celebrations on the pitch at Wembley. You can see him in action as Eden Hazard goes up to lift the trophy, and hopefully this could spur us on to win a few more trophies this season, like the Premier League and the Champions League. But here it's Eden Hazard lifting the trophy, and it's our first Carabao Cup in this Chelsea career mode in season number 2. And yeah, it's our first silverware, hopefully of many this season. The Premier League and Champions League still in our sights. But yeah, a good trophy to win nonetheless, and I'm going to leave you guys with the trophy celebrations. And as you can see there, we're greeted back into career mode with congratulations, the winner of the Carabao Cup, EFL Cup, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, we move on to bigger and better things as this Chelsea team. We're off to the second leg of the round of 16 against Atletico Madrid at the Wanda Metropolitano Stadium in Spain. And it's actually where the final will be held this season. So very interesting to see how we will perform there. It's an away game. It's literally 2 days after the Carabao Cup final. So we had to rotate things a bit for our team. That is the tournament tree and how it's looking pretty tight compared to a lot of tournaments. And a few teams could cause a few upsets in this, but hopefully we make it out alive in this one and progress through the quarter-finals. But as you can see here, it's a big game against Atletico Madrid. Tammy Abraham, Anthony Martial, Bardi all getting a start in there. That is Atletico Madrid's starting lineup. Still pretty decent. They got Godin, Oblak, the same, pretty much the same team from season number 1, but they're going to continue on the attack here. Thomas Lamar whips a ball in, and he tries to find someone in the middle, and they end up getting a header off target though, thankfully for us. Kepa back in goal as we continue on here. Tammy Abraham has gotten a bit of space on this left hand side. He shoots, but unfortunately for him, didn't come off, and the Atletico Madrid's goalkeeper Oblak makes a really good save as we continue on trying to get this first goal as Musonda starts this game. He's on this right hand side, he cuts back, he crosses it in the middle for Kante, but as you can see there, Kante actually got nothing on it, and it's Charlie Musonda in his one of his first starts of the season gets a goal in the Champions League round of 16, and that's a crucial away goal. Puts us 2-0 up on aggregate with a home goal and an away goal to our name. But as you can see from this cross, he crosses it in with his left foot, and Kante in the middle there actually didn't get a touch on it, and it's Oblak letting it through the net for the first goal of the game. We go 1-0 up. Anthony Martial there joining the celebrations, and it's Charlie Musonda coming for his first start of the season, getting a goal, an unintentional goal. I mean, we were trying to go for the cross there, but Atletico Madrid nearly fired back there with a shot off the post, and they're away here again with Gelson Martins on this right hand side. What's he going to do? He crosses the ball into the middle. We couldn't clear it, and it was De Jong who tried to clear it and missed it completely. And so Chelsea former player Diego Costa, one of their main strikers a few seasons ago in the Premier League, scores against them and celebrates. As you can see there, I was trying to clear it with De Jong. He just stuck his foot out, didn't really do that much with the ball, and it ended up falling straight into the path of Diego Costa, and Kepa just couldn't save that one, even though it went straight at him in my opinion. But Diego Costa, a goal against his former club. He's come back to haunt us, but here Atletico Madrid trying to play some tiki-taka, but Tammy Abraham intercepts it. We go on the attack, and it's Anthony Martial there in the box to finish it. We go 2-1 up. It's another away goal to our name. We go 3-1 up on aggregate, 2-1 up in the game, and we caught Atletico Madrid sleeping at the back there. Tammy Abraham was quick to pounce on on it. He saw Anthony Martial in the middle, and we ended up finishing it off nicely there with a lovely little finesse shot in the bottom corner. Oblak couldn't do that much about it, and Atletico Madrid's defense really letting him down there as we continue on in this round of 16 matchup, as there's still a lot of time left in this second half. As Cyprian on the ball here gives it off to Martins, and it's Mario Mandzukic in the middle, and Atletico Madrid actually did sign him back in this career mode. He was a former player of Atletico Madrid, and he's joined them back, and he's gotten a goal here. It's a goal that Kepa should be saving as well, as he crossed it in here, and Kepa comes out, doesn't really do much about it. He just stands there, doesn't really try and save it or anything, and Mario Mandzukic gets the better of him. We are 2-2. We're still 3-2 up on aggregate here, but Thomas Lamar in the box here, crosses it again, and it's that man Mandzukic causing us all the problems here, as we go 3-2 down, but we're still 3-3 on aggregate. But we are currently leading because we have 2 away goals, and Atletico Madrid didn't get any away goals. They just have all 3 home goals. So if they get one more goal, we are heading out of the round of 16. It's Mario Mandzukic. Another goal that I think Kepa should be at least getting a hand to, or should be saving. But nonetheless, we continue on and nearly wrap the game up there with Tammy Abraham. But it's another cross in from Atletico Madrid. Mandzukic was there, but we were able to clear it in the 90th minute. And by the skin of our teeth, we go through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Diego Simeone defeated here. We go through on away goals. It was 3-3 on aggregates. We ended up getting 2 crucial away goals here in Spain. And yeah, it ended up finishing 3-3, but we went through on the away goals rule, and we're going to see who we get in the quarterfinal of the Champions League, which will be quite interesting. But we've got some Premier League action to attend to here. We're still top of the table in the Premier League. We're up against Southampton at home, and we're going to simulate this one with our strongest starting 11, the players who missed out on the round of 16 clash against Atletico Madrid. It's currently 1-1. A lot of penalties going on in the first 20 minutes. 3 penalties awarded. Arnautovic and Fekir converted theirs. Arnautovic missed his second, so it's still 1-1 in this one at Stamford Bridge. Pulisic gets a goal after his Carabao Cup performance, winning us the cup. He ends up getting a crucial goal there to hopefully get us all 3 points. Yes, he does. It is 2-1 to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Not a comfortable win. Well, I mean, we just won that one 2-1, but it's a crucial win in the Premier League title race as this training happens here. Mason Mount goes up to an 84, but because of the training glitch, he's still at an 83. So unfortunately for that, training is pretty much irrelevant right now, because if anyone goes up, they're just going to go back down because of the stupid glitch. Until that gets fixed, hopefully it does get fixed, but it doesn't look like it is going to get fixed anytime soon. But we see the quarterfinals, and we have Manchester United, a fellow English opposition, and a team we've versed so many times in this Chelsea career mode. We versed them in the UEFA Super Cup recently as well, so that's going to be a big one. Bayern taking on Inter, Juventus are up against Barcelona, and Leverkusen are up against Manchester City. So still 3 English teams are left in this one. So we're going to see what happens in the quarterfinals. We're going to play them this episode as well, so stick around for that one and see if we get through to the semi-finals. But we've got a FA Cup semi-final, I believe it is, against Manchester United, maybe a quarterfinal. Yeah, it's quarterfinal actually. It's quarterfinal against Manchester United. This is the first game of the quarterfinal. Bernardeschi gets it underway for Manchester United, away from home as well. They go up 1-0 in the second minute. Fekir gets a yellow card. We're having a pretty strong lineup here. Fekir gets the equaliser back for us, making it 1-1 in the 55th minute. We continue on in the last 10 minutes of the game. Let's see what happens here. It's a 1-1 draw. It's going to go into extra time. Bernardeschi gets a 95th minute goal. Skriniar levels it up at 2-2. We end up going 5-4 on penalties. We win it thanks to Skriniar getting the equaliser, forcing it to penalties. We end up winning 5-4, and we go through the semi-final of the FA Cup. So another potential competition we can go on and win here this season. Another domestic competition that we did well in last year. We actually won it, so we're defending champions of the FA Cup. So hopefully we can go on to the final of that. We've still got the semi-final to play in this episode as well. We've got some Premier League action here. London derby against Fulham away from home at Craven Cottage. Milinkovic-Savic comes off with an injury in the first minute. Hopefully it's not too serious as Jorginho comes on to replace him. Pion Sisto gets a goal to open things up, but Eden Hazard gets the equaliser in the 68th minute. Doesn't look like anything's going to happen here. Yeah, it's 1-1. We get a point away from home. And well-deserved, I guess. Not well-deserved, but like Fulham, a hard team to go to away from home. And at the London derby is quite hard. But we got Brighton at home. We're 13 points ahead in the Premier League title race. And Liverpool are just behind us with 57. So if we're going to win this, we'll be 16 points ahead of Liverpool. Let's see how we go against Brighton at home. We got our strongest starting 11 here. Skriniar gets the scoring off in the 15th minute. Fekir with another yellow card. Icardi doubles our lead here as we're looking to hopefully get another comfortable win here at Stamford Bridge. Martial comes on for Hazard. Mount comes on for Fekir as we get our third with Bardi, but it's Izquierdo coming with the consolation goal in that game, but it's another comfortable 3-1 victory at home. And we've got our Carabao Cup finalist Wolves in here as well with another Premier League game at home, looking to get another win. Icardi comes off with a goal in the 18th minute, getting us underway here in the first half as we continue on. Asensio gets his first goal in a while as well. He gets a double as well in this game in the 52nd minute, making it 3-0 as Philip gets a goal back, a consolation goal for Wolves. It's going to be another 3-1 victory. No, Martial comes on and gets a goal, making it 4-1 to us. And it's a perfect game to lead us into into our first Champions League game, our first Champions League quarterfinal game. Sorry, it's the first leg against Manchester United at Stamford Bridge. I decided to simulate this game, so maybe it's going to leave us with a bit more of a challenge going into the away game at Old Trafford. But we're going to simulate this game against Manchester United. I know it's a quarterfinal, I know it's a big game, but considering our form at Stamford Bridge, I thought we might as well go ahead and simulate it, but it didn't look good as a former Chelsea player, Mata, gets the first goal. Eden Hazard brings it back with a penalty in the 35th minute. Hudson-Odoi comes and gets a goal in the 46th as well. So we're 2-1 up currently. Hopefully we're not going to let Manchester United get any more away goals, but Marega comes off the bench to get their second away goal, so making it 2-2, and Manchester United actually getting the advantage going back to the Old Trafford, the away leg. So we've got a bit of work to do in the second leg of the Champions League quarterfinal against Manchester United, but hopefully we can pull it off if we do go ahead and play it. And it's 2-2. It finishes and Manchester United take 2 away goals back to Old Trafford. It's another Premier League game here. It's another London derby here against West Ham at the London Stadium. We play pretty much our second team. De Jong gets a run. Musonda as well. Militao, our January signing, gets in there as well at the back three. Martial and Vizu start up top, and Mason Mount is in the cam position as Wilshere gets a goal, but Bardi replies instantly in the 39th minute, getting the equaliser here as we make a few substitutions. Callum Hudson-Odoi gets a goal off the bench to make it 2-1. Benzema, however, for West Ham, gets a goal in the 83rd to tie things up, and it's another draw away from home. It's another London derby draw, but thankfully it's a point for us, and thankfully we're so far ahead of the title race we can afford to drop a few points here and there, but it's our strongest team going into the second leg against Manchester United in the Champions League quarterfinal. We've got a bit of work to do. We need a few away goals in this game to progress through to the semi-final, because if we draw this game, Manchester United will go through on away goals. So hopefully we can pull it off at Old Trafford. We've done it here many times before. This is a big, crucial game for us to head into the semi-finals, and it's a big game for Manchester United as well. As you can see there, Bayern still in it, Inter, Barca and Juve going at it as well. Manchester City and Leverkusen in there too. So quality opposition if we do end up getting to the semi-final, and it's a big one. The Champions League quarter-finals are happening here. It's an all-English quarter-final, and Icardi, Asensio, Hazard are all looking up to it. The Manchester United team is out in force as well, as we're going to kick the game off here at Old Trafford. We go into it and we get the perfect start here in the 5th minute. It's Eden Hazard, the captain, our main man, getting us underway here, and we go 3-2 up on aggregate, getting our first away goal of this game, and it's in the 5th minute as well, so we got it off to a great start. Pulisic crossed the ball into the middle, found Hazard, and it's a one-touch finish from the Belgian, getting us 1-0 up here, getting away from Marcos Rojo, and De Gea couldn't do much about that, always spinning away from him, and it's a tough one for him to save. Eden Hazard making it hard for the Manchester United defense, but they come right back at us. Donnarumma makes a great save there to keep them out of getting a goal here at home as we continue on in the first half. In the 16th minute, Pulisic down this right hand side, causing Manchester United all these problems. He takes a shot at goal, De Gea saves, and guess who's there to pounce on it? Eden Hazard gets his second in 15 minutes, and it's all created from Pulisic yet again. A nice little 1-2 down this right hand side with Icardi, and he took a shot on goal. De Gea saves, and it's the rebound shot from the Belgian. Eden Hazard gets his second goal of this game, and he's a big game player. In the big games, he always shows up. Maurizio Sarri looking very pleased on the sideline. We go 4-2 up on aggregate. We get 2 away goals, and yet again, it's Christian Pulisic. Down this right-hand side, he comes into the box, and I got no words. What a beautiful finish from the American. He's been, even though Eden Hazard has scored 2 goals this game, he's been our man of the match, surely, because he's literally created 2 goals, and he scored one right here, creating so many problems for this Manchester United defense. They couldn't contain him, and we're not even talking about the finish yet. That is class, world class from the American, and probably one of my favorite players in FIFA 19 career mode with that outside the foot shot. De Gea left stranded there, didn't do much. But when we go 3-0 up in the 60th minute, Fred gets one back for Manchester United, making it 5-3 on aggregate. Fred with a beautiful finish there. Donnarumma couldn't really do much about that one. Too much power from the Brazilian. And it's 3-1 on aggregate, 3-1 in the game, 5-3 on aggregate as Manchester United continue on. They're not going to let us down easy here as Lukaku's goes through on goal. And unfortunately for Donnarumma, couldn't save that one either, and they get another goal back. It's 5-4 on aggregate currently. We are leading on away goals. We got 3 away goals. Manchester United have 2 away goals. So they're going to have to score 2 more if they want to progress through to the semi-finals. And it might be too little too late for Manchester United right now as we continue on here. Arthur getting a red card in the final minutes of the game. The Brazilian just subbed him on, and I just needed to break up the play because Manchester United are getting so much possession and momentum in these final minutes, and Donnarumma makes a crucial save for us there to ensure it didn't go to 5-5 on aggregate and make sure for a nervy finish. Pogba with the free kick, and Donnarumma just gets his hands to it, ensuring that it didn't go on goal. And that was it. Another close game in the Champions League. We got off to the best of starts. We got off to a great lead in the first half, making it 3-0. And we progressed through to the semi-finals of the Champions League. We're 11 points ahead in the Premier League title race. Manchester United right behind us. We've got a game in hand as well. Another London derby against Crystal Palace away at Selhurst Park. But after we came back from that Champions League game, I mean, all morale is high. I mean, what a performance from the lads against Manchester United. I couldn't be happier. But Connor Wickham gets a goal in the 38th minute. He gets a brace in the 58th, and it looks like it's one of our first games we've lost. I can't remember a game we've lost simulating this year, but we've lost that one against Crystal Palace away from home, but it's okay because we're still quite ahead in the Premier League. We've got our starting 11 here: Kante, Milinkovic, Savic, Pulisic, Asensio, Fekir in there as well, Icardi and Hazard up top as we go into a big game. It's an FA Cup semi-final, another game at Wembley, our second game at Wembley this episode. And after that Manchester United game, I was feeling really good and decided to play this one as, it was a big game against Liverpool at Wembley Stadium. A lot of history between these two sides, and it could see us go to the FA Cup final for the second year running. We've got our strongest starting 11 here, We're going to see how this one plays out at Wembley. Ultimate difficulty, of course. I know a lot of you guys in the comments of the last video and a few videos were like, you're playing on beginner difficulty. This is not ultimate difficulty. Every game I play in this Chelsea career mode is ultimate difficulty. And yeah, even the game I was winning like 6-0 against Arsenal was on ultimate difficulty. The game that we just played against Manchester United was on ultimate difficulty. Yeah, we did end up... yeah, we won 3-2, but yeah, it was a tight game. We were 3-0 ahead, but still, it was ultimate difficulty. I don't know how we just breezed past ultimate difficulty, but with this Chelsea career mode, the team is just so good that we're just breezing past ultimate difficulty. So I don't know what to do. I'm not playing on beginner, trust me. But it is Liverpool at Wembley Stadium in the FA Cup semi-final. Will it be another final for us to attend? We're going to see here in the 32nd minute, Liverpool with a beautiful cross into the box, and Donnarumma couldn't save that one. It's Sadio Mane. I mean, you don't expect to score many headers, but he got his head onto that one and he placed it beautifully in the top right hand corner. Donnarumma phased by that, and yeah, couldn't save that. Liverpool go 1-0 up here at Wembley. We concede a goal in the first half. Unfortunately, puts us back in the 40th minute. Liverpool still on the attack here. Pjanic gives it off to Naby Keita. He takes a shot, and it's a long shot from Naby Keita, a man that they recently signed in real life, getting a goal here, and yeah, putting us 2-0 down here. Liverpool go 2-0 up at Wembley, and we've got a lot of work to do in the second half here. Naby Keita with a beautiful shot. Donnarumma couldn't do much about that one. He dived for it and yeah, just couldn't get it in time. And Naby Keita gets his second goal of the FA Cup and is looking to put us out here. Liverpool looking to go into the final. That's the 85th minute. The second half was pretty dull. Eden Hazard puts it into the mix-up, but it's Pulisic with the shot there. And we end up getting a consolation. Will it be a consolation goal? We end up getting a goal back. Hopefully we can come back, but as you can see here, Eden Hazard put it into the box. It bounced around a bit, a few deflections here and there, but Pulisic had enough, took his left foot and decided to strike it into the top left-hand corner, and he's pretty much been our player of the episode. I mean, he's played so well this episode for us. Hopefully he can continue it on in the second half, but just as we thought, we were getting back into the game and thought we could equalize things. Liverpool break our hearts here in the 89th minute in the FA Cup semi-final. The Merseyside team look like they're off to the final of the FA Cup, and it looks like we're crashing out in the semi-finals. We fail to defend our title from last season, and unfortunately for us, we crash out of the FA Cup. So to all the haters that didn't want me to win the treble in the comments below, there you go. We didn't end up winning the FA Cup. We crashed out in the semi-final against Liverpool, but our next team in the semi-final of the Champions League, something we hope to stay in and not crash out of, it's FC Barcelona, a big matchup there. So hopefully next episode we can see if we qualify for the final of the Champions League. It's Manchester City and Bayern Munich in the other semi-final, but things are starting to heat up this season. I mean, we lost in the FA Cup, but we got the Champions League to fully focus on now, and hopefully we can go through to the final for you guys. I'll try to play the final live for you guys and maybe put a few questions in there or something like that, making it a bit interactive, maybe live stream it. But that is going to be it for today's episode. If you did enjoy, please make sure to smack the like button, subscribe for some more FIFA 19 career mode content, follow me on Twitter, the link is in the description, and I'll catch you guys on the very next video.